Okay, hello everybody. TechStack here. Got CZ with me. We are going to go straight into this. Earlier today, I was able to get the mod on this test server. Hey, Tinkerbell. And the build server, and I scanned one of the structures on there, and I added it to the mod if I remember correctly. Yes, so I've got this red barracks TS. So I want to get this working because when I scanned that version of it, and that's why I named it with the TS after it, is it's different than all the rest of them because it's got entities scanned as well. So I want to see how can we get these entities to spawn in as part of it, because then there's no special coding to get these in the right spot. They're automatically there, and once they're there, I can find them and hook them into the tile entity for this whole health mechanic we're trying to come up with. So that's our objective, if you will, for the night. Not sure if we'll have enough time for it all, but we're going to try. We need to go into here first because we need to look where this template manager is used. Right here. I call hierarchy because the vanilla code should be doing the same thing. So that's the save handler. It's not what we want. About templates. Load template probably. No, wow. Get template. I know that's called in the other code. Check your tile entity block. There we go. Nope, not that one. This one. Okay, so if the template's not, or if it's null, it returns. This is adding the blocks to the world. But where is it adding the entities? Unless it's just part of the processor. Set ignore entities. If that's all we have to do, this is going to be like super fast. So let's go back to our loading script. I'm going to make the big assumption that this should be false on this. Where is it? Placement settings. Ignore entities true. Let's set that to false now. And we will update our barracks to be looking for the TS variation, which has the entity in it, and we're going to run the game. If that's all it is, I'll be so happy, because I was kind of anticipating this be a big search to even find the thing. I guess that means we'll just focus on getting the tile entity to be aware that the target's there and hooked into its ID so that it can constantly find it and blah blah blah, monitor its health, etc. This one. Let's see. Oh. So, as part of our conversation earlier, I was thinking it would be kind of funny if these guys automatically sat down to have them as the mounted units, like their head, their big fat head with their big fat nose and everything. And then I was doing it, I was like, on MC Stacker looking it up, I'm like, hey, I can set him on a llama, let's do that. That's what he's about.
Oh, and he just stands on the llama?
He just stands on his back.
Huh.
Probably because they don't have a sitting animation or something. What do they do in boats? That's a good question.
I think they just stand.
We're getting totally distracted, but that's okay. This is important.
Yeah,
science.
what were you doing?
Because if he has a sitting animation, it makes it easier to do what I was thinking. Oh, come on. No, don't walk. Fine, I'll summon you while standing on top of the boat. He does it. Yeah, he stands.
Yeah, they don't have a sitting animation. Even in minecarts, they just stand. They have a laying down in a bed animation, but they don't have a sitting animation.
Which laying down is the same as standing, so that's kind of cheating.
Yeah, it's just rotated.
Yes, and even his feet go through the bottom of the boat. Okay. Hey, Spider-Man. Let's, what was I trying to do? Oh, the summon thing. So we need to go and get the item for the barracks. We also need to get names and all this stuff before we play the first time. It's kind of a pain to read that long programmer name and figure out which item it is. Okay. Set a breakpoint somewhere.
We also need a bunch of sprite artwork.
We do. I have the different colors for the teams, if that's what you mean. But they're a vanilla thing. Go ahead.
Is there a program that you can create little sprite artwork that's just easily compatible with modded Minecraft?
Oh, look at this. Look at this. They're here. One freaking true to false, and that's all it took. I just used Photoshop to edit. I took the player file and edited that because the model I'm using uses the same player file. Spooderman, get JEI and add that to your game. It has all the recipes though. I'm shocked this worked. This might have been the easiest thing.
What is it? The target blocks are in.
The target blocks can be added to the build server now and scanned with entities turned on in the structure block. And when I load them, it just loads them wherever they were in the structure.
Oh, nice. They have health?
Yeah. They've always had health, but yes.
But do they... Okay, so is their health configurable?
Not yet. But what I think we'll want to do is add a GUI to this guy somehow when it's in build mode. So what I did this morning was I added at 4 o'clock in the morning. I added the
That's how you know you have a good project to work on.
Well, I woke up anyway, right? And then I was like, I'm up. I might as well for a little bit until I feel like I'm tired again.
Yeah, let's get a stream for Gazer going.
Yeah, could have. If I can find the right folder here. Minecraft, there we go. This. Run. Config, okay. So this is the config file for the mod. And if this says world builder, you cannot spawn the minions from the block. That's why this block here, it's in the structure also. So this structure is ready to go right now. Right? The only thing we'll have to change is we'll want to set the health on those guys, right? It's JEI. Spearman. Stands for just enough items. It's a mod that lets you look up recipes for things. It's intended for modded Minecraft, so there's lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of recipes in there.
I gotta run.
Okay.
For like 45 minutes, and then I'll be back after that.
Okay. Catch you later. Enjoy dinner. So what I was saying, guys, is this is ready to go. The only thing we'll have to change is this here. Its health, right? It doesn't currently work. But this world builder option lets it not spawn minions. If I were to change this to run, then it would be like it's a game we want to play in, right? Instead of a world where we want to build these structures at. So, do you know how people have made videos about your mod? Yes. I don't know if they made anything about the 1.14 or the 1.12 version of it, though, this latest release. I knew they made much older versions without the bleak dimension and all that stuff. I have actually reached out to those people that did that and let them know. Well, I've reached out to one of them, right? The guy that had the most views out of all of them on my mod. let him know. Kind of in hopes that he'll update it, his video, right, to match. Because he got a lot of views out of it. I think it was one of his better videos. Sorry, I'm really thirsty. I woke up at 4 a.m. and ended up going back to sleep when I would normally exercise in the morning lately, so I couldn't do it then. Had to do it right before I streamed, which is why I'm streaming a little bit later tonight. Messed up my whole day. Anywho, yeah, we need a GUI for these when we're on the build world mode. So that's something to do. Let me bring up my project on GitHub, because we need to stay organized with this, because I'm starting to fear that I'm going to forget something important. What's your homework? What subject? Okay, to do. So we need to add GUI to target entity if build mode, if game mode. You have to make a PowerPoint about Southwest Asia. Fun. Is world builder. So the health of the entity can be set. Ooh, do we want that? No, we don't. No, we don't. Because that makes it complicated for us to have to go, or for us to be able to go in and change the health. Because, right, we'll have to go back to the structure file, change it inside there. No, instead, we want to add a config option to allow the health to be defined in the item builder for a structure. And the code that spawns it in distributes the health among the target entities. Right, that way we don't have to go and change a structure file every time. We change a config, and everyone that would download this mod and set up their own server to do this. Oh, it's not? That stinks. Everyone that downloads it can set their own config for their own world. So if they want the town centers to have 10 health, they can. If they want to set it so it has 10,000 health, they can. I think that's appropriate. We should strive to try and set good defaults for everyone, but let them have the flexibility of changing if they see fit. Okay, so that's one. Oh, wait. This was one of the to-dos. That is now requires testing, I think. Structure tile needs health to monitor. Let's monitor health. Okay, so let's put this one to the top of our list, because this is our next thing. Because right now they have health, it's just not the amount of health we want them to have. And that's what the to-do list item I just put on there was about, was to glass relocation. Great. Spying on you, man. Let's go into the code that spawns this stuff. We've got this loop through everything to look for blocks. We need another thing that will get us all of the entities in the area of a specific type. And that type is going to be the target entity. Then we're going to loop through those and tell the tile entity that you've got X number of entities, and here's all of here's an array of holding their IDs. So we'll need a place on our tile entity to hold that. Let's start there. So this owned tile entity will have the ability to do this. This will be a private int array, an integer array, named target entity IDs. Okay, it's going to be null for starts. Google's great and all, but come on, we need privacy. Yeah. Well, I mean, I agree with you, first off, but also them knowing your location makes their search results more relevant, right? Because if you search for pizza places, they know where you are, they'll show you a pizza place that's close to you. So there is some benefits to letting them know that stuff, but it's also so they can serve you better ads. So they can make more money, right? That's their real motive, but hey, it has dual purpose. Create setters and getters for the target entity. There we go. Setter name, getter name, get target entity's ID. Yep. Okay. That's literally just going to take a list of IDs. Good. So we're all set on this one. Let's look also at GitHub here real quick. I want to make sure that we separate these changes from the changes that I made earlier today if I didn't already put them in, and I did not. Cool. So I want to do that. Oh no. Oh, we're good. Entities can now be loaded from structures. Cool, man. You'll like it. It's very useful. Basically, when you go into your inventory screen in Minecraft, and you go to this, right? There'll be another listing of here of all the items in the game. And when you click on them, it'll show over on this part of the screen what the recipe is. Or if it's not a normal crafting recipe, it can show you other things, like how to smelt it, right? That type of stuff. Doesn't have a thing for every single mod. My mod doesn't have some of the more advanced recipes in there because they're not a normal crafting recipe. But things like the EXP thing should be in there. That, or I did add it afterwards. I don't know. Yeah. Yep, they do. Loading and re-getting this is going to be a problem, isn't it? We might need to save the bounty box that goes with this. We'll deal with that in a bit. Basically, if we walk away from this thing, it's going to lose track of the entities, but we'll get it working so it tracks them at the beginning. So back on our builder item, I guess. We need to set up from BP2. We need to set up axis align bounding boxes first thing we need to do. So axis align bounding box. BB equals new axis align bounding box from 2 block positions. So it's BP. It's the first one, and BP dot add, and what we're adding is X size, Y size, and Z size. Now those might need to be reduced by 1, but we'll start with that for now. Okay, and that tells us the area. So then we say this dot world, context dot world dot get world context. The heck? What is this then? Oh, I'm in the wrong method. We want to be in this one. So what's that? Test there. If the template's not null, okay. Hey, some nights there's not very many people to show up. People got things to do. I also started much later than normal. Tinkerbell was here. Get world. There we go. Dot get entities in bounding box. Get entities within bounding box, and it extends a specific type of entity. So we want to extend target entities. Oh yeah, yep. Ben CZ. So he was here earlier, like in Discord with me. We want target entity.class, I believe it is. There we go. And BB for our bounding box, and that should give us a list. Why is size unhappy? We want what? BP2. Is that better? No, because it's out of reach of this piece of the code. Okay, so we need to move this up into here then. Just had it stuck in the wrong spot. Okay, and then let's put a comment. Look for target blocks and tell the TE about it. Okay. This is going to return a list of entities or entity IDs. List of entities. Not really what I want, but we'll deal with it. So, list of target indies. Target in T. T equals all that. Import the list, please. From Java util, I think it is. Well, let's confirm that that's correct. It probably is because it didn't give me an error message, but yeah, util. Okay, so now we need to create an array, an integer array, int array IDs equals int new int array, and we're going to do te list dot size. That'll be how many are in our array. So it's going to be allocated to the proper size right off the bat. Then we'll do a for loop. For over an array, and it is te list dot size again. Okay, and we are going to say IDs dot, no, not dot, I equals. Okay, man. Enjoy dinner. Te list dot get I, and that'll give us the tile entity, and then we need to do get entity ID. Boom. Okay, and then we can say owned tile entity, right? So that's the one that's going to have this list set into it, so we can cache what this is and reuse it later. So let's do that. We're gonna say controller. We'll say owned tile entity equals. We'll call it. Yep, no worries, man. I get it. OTE. And we'll give it a better name, so I'm gonna carry it through this other piece of code that's kind of clunky. Controller te Controller T. Like this is the one that does everything for this structure basically. And it is going to be null off the bat. Then we will take this in here and cache the casted version of that into it. Okay, and then down here, after all of that's done, we need to say if this is not null, just as a error handling thing. Then we can say, come on, catch up to me. Wow, you got an error. Initialize the variable. Well, that's why I'm checking to see if it's null or not. Perhaps if I just change it one more time, it'll realize that this is sensible. Sure, set it to null, whatever. It's the same thing. That made me lose my train of thought. Oh, controller entity dot set entities, and we will do IDs. Okay, that hooks the tile entity up to the entity targets that are around it, so it knows which ones to look for. Okay, now that we've got that done, we need to, in this, probably in tick or something like that. Does this have tick on it? No. This does. Okay. How are we going to handle this? Meh. Sorry, I'm thinking through what we need to do. We need to create a method. That's what we need to do. Public void. Query health. Get health. We don't need anything else because we say this dot get entity IDs, target entity IDs. Perfect. That's our array. So we can say for loop on this for iterate over array. This dot get target entity IDs dot size dot length. Let's get those two mixed up because every freaking variable type is different. But whatever. Then we say that dot get. So then we need to do this dot world dot get entities by ID we probably want to cache that, don't we? Make it easier on me. No, it's accessible. Never mind. We don't need to do it that way. We can say entity. Nope, it's because it's on this class. We probably need to make it protected. Length. Hey, space engineers, how's it going? Okay, that fixes that problem of always getting the thing over and over and over again. Okay. Cool. We've got it. It's in our hands, an entity. So we need to save that entity. That's just a generic entity at this point. So we'll call it E. And that's probably not right, right? Awesome. Okay, and then we go. E is an instance of own. No. Target entity. It's on ONE of ours. Yay. Hey, Gazer. Staying up late again. I was up at 4 o'clock. I should have streamed because I was working on the mod, but I didn't. Sorry. You probably would have been at work though too. So we've got the entity. We know it's of a specific type, so now we can cast it to our type. Target entity. TE, sure, whatever. Target entity, just to keep myself sane from thinking it's a tile entity. And target entity, E, boom. Okay, so now we've got it into our target entity, so now finally we can figure out what the health amount is. So we can say int health equals 0. And for the health of this entity, we can grab and add to our health and variable that we're setting up so that they combine together. So health plus health equals, or health plus target entity dot get health. Boom. Ta-da! Why are you not doing it? You're not a variable, cast to an int. Really? Fine, change it to a float. We need this to be a float too, and then we return health at the end. Ta-da! Okay, then we call this inside of here, and we print it. So tsrts.logger.get.info my health is get health. Ta-da! Let's run this. That is not the right world. I'm thinking also in the back of my mind as I was typing all that stuff out a minute ago, that in here we need to set the owner of the target entity as well. So let's go ahead and do that. So te list dot get I dot set what extra parenthesis dot get set owner name, and the owner name we use is context get scoreboard blah blah blah. There. So those should take over the color of the target hopefully as well, or the person that spawns them in. Finger crossed no crashes here because we do have one of these in the world already and it might crash. Dang it. Okay, ticking block. Okay, so we need to add an if statement around this. If this is not null, then we do all this. Hang on a sec, I hear somebody holler. Actually, let's save it and run it while I'm seeing what's going on. Judging by the rolling thunder coming down my steps, I think my wife is calling my son. And please don't crash. It's possible it could crash for something else too. Hey, it did. Cool. So let's kill these before it crashes for something. So they were set up without, without any ownership or anything, right? A little bit funny. So let's spawn it right there. We still have stinking breakpoints in this code. Why? Get out of there. Make it feel very dramatic when it does that. Okay, my health is 0. My health is 40 all of a sudden. The heck. So some of it thinks it's 0 and some of it thinks it's 40. There's probably more than one block in the world. It's probably what's going on. But the one's 40, right? So that's cool. Let's punch one of these. And it goes to 39. Let's punch the other one. 38, 37. Cool. So the concept works. Now it's yellow right now. What team am I on? Team list. Gosh. Red, I think it is. Oh, there's tons of entities on red right now. Options. Chat settings. Focused height. Dev. What the heck other entities are there in this world right now? Okay, let's see if we can do a kill command. At E. Type does not equal Minecraft player, comma, team equals red. So anything that's on red, that's not a player. Boom, killed both of them. So they are on the team. That's cool. So let's kill this one. Let's spawn yet another one. Okay. We're getting our 40 there. We don't have him set up as colors. Why? Do we not check the colors on that? That might be it. We might not be looking at the different color modes for the rendering code, picking the correct one. So let's look at the textures. So I never set him up actually. So we've got the textures there. Make sure they're different colors. Okay, so blue is blue. Let's check red, I guess, because that's the team we are on. It is red. Cool. So then under client, renderer, target renderer, we've got these defined, and we are picking up the texture there. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Okay, is this getting called? Find entity texture. Okay, that should be calling get texture, I believe. The entity texture. Could it be because he didn't have a team on his initial one and it was cached then? Because it looks to see if it's... No. Because it goes into entity texture, which is abstract, so it has to be from this one. If the team is not null, then it returns the texture that was there. Yellow is yellow. The default is yellow. Blue is blue. Green is green. Red's red. Well, let's do this. See if it's getting called at all. Yeah, it certainly is getting called. And it's... Oh, the get team is null. What is this entity? It is a target. Why is team null? So if we were to look at this team, it's going to go to this one, which isn't correct. This is an entity of a different type in this case. So let's instead go to our entity we've got set up. Do we have get team on this? Oh, I bet we don't. We don't. Oh, there it is. Okay, I take it back. We do. So there we go. Let's run the code. It does go into here. Our owner name is set to null. So does that mean that when we spawned it in, it didn't work? Let's take a look at that. This is client side. That's what it is. So it's a client desync between server and client. If we looked at that same get team on the server, it would be correct because we're spawning the blocks in on the server and never telling the client what's up. Sorry, Blue Boy. And Blue, well, your last question to me, the most logical thing from my point of view is what you think you should do. Like, you're kind of getting to that point in your life where you're starting to need to make your own decisions, right? And like, no one can tell you what you really want besides you. So hopefully that's helpful to you. I know it's kind of very vague, right? But at the same time, eventually you're gonna have to do that. Like, I can't tell you what you want, right? And I know you may not be hearing me, so I'll try and just type it up to you later. Yes, they are. That's why I want you to start making them now, because it becomes easier the more you do it. Not necessarily adulting, but starting down the path towards adulting, right? You know what I mean? You'll get there. It becomes easier the more you do it. And hey, in life, sometimes we make the wrong decision. But that's okay too. It's all in how you look at life, man. Okay, so the yellow ones. We need to tell the client. We've done this before for the other entities. Why is this guy any different, right? Let's see how we go about doing that for these guys. So we don't have it in here. That's the rendering code anyway. There. We don't have it in here, do we? We don't, because it's in this instead. And when we set the owner, set the owner, we do this. So we need to do the same when we set owner on our target entity. Set owner, where are you? Not seeing it, I'm blind. Set owner, please. There it is. Oh, we are doing it. Okay. So in this handler then, which is down here now, that was part of my fun this morning. It's this one. We're looking to see if it's an instance of a unit entity. We need to special case the target entity as well, because we couldn't derive them from the same superclass. So else if target entity. Target entity, TE, boom. Okay, so yeah, I think that's my biggest fear, is making wrong decisions and the object of interest causing me more problems and sending me to an uncomfortable depression loop. My current depression situation is not too bad, but I guess I'll cross that bridge when I get to it. Yeah, depression is a horrible thing. But it's also can be, not for everyone, but for some people, can be a mindset, right? So you can choose somewhat, if you have certain types of depression, to be happy, even when you're not. I'll leave it at that, because depression's a slippery slope and topic to talk about. I have close family that has struggled with it, multiple close family members that have struggled with it. So once they started to learn that it can be a mindset, it started to help. There's all sorts of guys. Hey, Billowstone. Howdy, I watched some of the previous streams I missed. Great progress. Yeah, I'm excited about this mod, man. Like, I think it's gonna be fun. I need to find a world. You know what? Maybe we need to build another world. This one's kind of getting a little bit cluttered, isn't it? There's a little bit of setup to do though. I'm trying to get rid of all these things spamming my chat down here. There's too many of them in the world. But there's no easy way to find them. They're not like entities where you can just kill them. Yeah, and they're so easy to spawn in now. So if you've missed today, that happens now. Looks like we fixed the bug on the color. So those are now the proper color. These are the blocks that our minions are going to try and attack. And if I look at my chat, periodically you'll see one that says 40 here, or 40 here. That's the health of this overall structure. If I whack it once, you'll see its health is now 33. If I go over here to this other block and whack it, its health is 26 now, right? Because it's combining the health of both of these entities. And what I don't have set up yet, but once this block is dead and this one's dead, this thing then should recognize that, hey, I need to die now, and actually physically change the structure. The sound got good for a bit and it's getting bad again. I think I should try and keep getting closer to the object of interest, and if it's not meant to work out, then it's not meant to work out. Exactly, man. You'll figure it out whether it's meant to work out or not. Is this RTS played in creative mode, spectator, basically? No, it'll be played in survival. Survival or some mix with adventure mode. So adventure mode makes it so you can't break blocks and stuff by punching them. If I can work around not being able to place these things in adventure mode, which I think I've realized the other day that we need to change the MBT tags on these, and that'll fix it. But anyway, so you'll participate in the battles was the idea. Later, Blue Boy. Have a good night, man. So this is working. What we need to do next is have the other structures, really, right? We need a 0 structure. Yeah, we need, that's like number step. So let's make a rubble version of this right here. And also we need to scan this in as this with entities on now because it's working. It's working perfect. So save. That is now updated. Let's control click that block and come over here now and place this here. Okay, there's no animals inside this thing. This is going to be a problem if one gets in there while we scan it. It'll spawn an animal in the world. That'd not be fun. We've got a rally point. We need to set another point as well, I guess, but okay. Sorry, I'm thinking ahead of myself. So we need to now build structure 0, right, for this. But first we're going to go into load mode and load the structure. And then we can go to save mode and go to 0. Done. And I'm going to start breaking blocks, right? And placing them more on the ground so that it feels like the tents have fallen, kind of thing. I believe in Warcraft you had builder minions that would need built to build structures, so that could be a way of doing that in adventure mode still. True. That was my original intent, was to have builders build the things for you. Haven't thrown it out completely, but at the same time I'm fully aware that we need to keep the entity count down to prevent lag. I had about 300, no, I had 600 of these guys trying to fight the other day. My computer can handle it, but I was getting like 20 FPS, which means if you had a worse off computer, it wouldn't be too well. So not good. I think there's a way you can put these campfires out, isn't there? If you waterlog them, or let water touch them or something, or not. Cool, you can. Okay, now how do I get the water out? Bucket. Oh, carpet is a good idea. Thank you. And I'll probably let our our better builders sort this out. But I'm just trying to get something to test with. But I think having these extinguishers is a good way to indicate that these are... The camp is destroyed and no more. Obviously the flag needs to go down. The pole should be... There's probably no way to indicate that the pole's over. We can put the log on the ground though. So if we did something like this, right? And then carpet is a great idea. Carpet. Wool. So I'm not trying to do every single block, just make it look like it's in tatters or something, right? Oops. Oops. Be awesome if we put... Oh, the blood everywhere. Nope, nope, don't connect. Oh. Hey, CZ.
I'm back.
You're just in time.
Yay! I like being just in time.
Goodbye. No, just kidding. I've got those entities work. I've got them spawning in on the proper team now. And they have their own health. The tile entity is tracking the health. So the main block of that structure is tracking the health. It knows when it hits 0, and I am building a barracks that can be stage 0 of the barracks, right? That way, what's the word I'm looking for? I can destroy it. I don't know what else needs to do to make this work, right? I need the structures. I can't believe how easy that was to, huh?
You can't destroy it. What was that?
I need
you can damage it, but you can't destroy it.
Huh? No, you can damage it, but it can't be destroyed. It still looks the same, right? So in order to get the looks of it looking like the destroyed version of the 0 version of it, I need to build that. So that's what I'm doing.
Oh, we're ready to start building the damaged and ruined version. That's what you're saying.
Yes. I just built
that's exciting.
I built a ruined version so that I can get it coded to actually look ruined, right? Because I'm tracking the health now, but it's just a number in my console that says I'm at 40 or I'm at 0 or I'm at somewhere in between, right? So I need the structure. So I scanned one.
Okay.
It's not going to be the final one. If you want to change it, I'm not going to be upset. I just wanted something to test with.
Yeah, I completely understand. Where do I get the test version of the mod so that I can log on to the build server and do the rest of it for you?
Gotcha. Let me...
Did the pin message?
No. Let me grab the website for Jenkins. I don't want that on stream. I had problems.
Yeah, you can just send it all to me in Discord, and then I can pop on. I'm eating some dessert, so I'll be a couple minutes anyway.
Okay. Yep, this will be the thing. If you remember, Jenkins always changes the build number, whatever. So, just grab the latest one. There'll only ever be one there anyway. Actually, this is gonna be it. Latest build. Yeah, last build. Wait, one last successful build.
Last successful build 9 hours and 40 minutes ago.
Yeah. I haven't tried to build anymore, so.
Oh, okay.
It's not
I don't
automated
need
like
the
it was
version
before.
that has what you've done tonight in it. I just need the version that has
It's on the
blocks in it.
server, yes. Right now, if you restart the server, it's going to keep the same version. I have to manually update the server. So I didn't want to introduce bugs on this world until I've got things going. Okay, good night, Glowstone. Nah, I understand, man. You got new things to deal with. Get a good night's sleep. Okay. Let's see. So I'm gonna, on my other screen here, guys, I'm opening up my FTP client, and I'm going to download that world or that structure file that we just created on the server here. If I could figure out where it is, world, there we go. Generated Minecraft structures. I'm going to delete the TS version of this. And those two are the two that I need. And we need to put these under source, test, no, main. What? Main. Resources, data, TS, RTS, structures. Blop. And yes, overwrite. And we can get rid of this one. And we can go into the code. And where is it gonna be? Barracks builder. Okay, and we're going to do template 50, template 0. Okay. If we're going to terminate this, this is where it's going to get trickier, much trickier. Cool. And I say it's going to get trickier because we need to pass these variables into the tile entity, so we need somewhere to store it. The tile entity then needs a way of calling, not that method, but this method that does all of this. So we probably need to rip this out of this class specifically and call it in a different way. So it probably needs to go under utilities as a static method call. So let's do that. So public static. We'll do void for now. We might end up making a Boolean value to say true or false. In fact, let's do that. True. Boolean. Load structure. Let's just leave it with that, and we'll give it a template name, which will be a string. We're going to need a position in the world too. We'll say position lock position. Okay, and wants to return something, so return false for now, just as a default at the moment to get the error away. There we go. And inside builder item, then we can take all of this pretty much from down here. Everything inside that if statement. And move it into the utilities. Okay, now this is where we need to pass in all sorts of fun stuff. So we do need to take this back out though. That needs to be done after the fact. But only if it's valid. So we'll base that on the return state of this. Put this back into here. We will call that method. Utilities dot load structure. And our template name is going to be just template name, right? And our position, we need to go back into this and find out what the position of this context thing is, and that's what we'll replace then. So this. If that is true, then we will do this, which is to load that in. Now we're still airing off for some reason. Oh, because it wants a string instead of a resource location, so we need to change that to a resource location. I had the wrong thing.
Do you have ruined and damaged states that you want to do, or do you just have the ruined right now?
I just have ruined right now because I just needed one to test out swapping it out. But once I get that worked, then having damage will be immediately following it and super quick to code compared to what this is going to be. Because it's just a matter of load the damaged one when it's 50% instead of 0. Right, and it'll basically call the same set of code with a different template. This is going to be position now. Everywhere we find this. Oops. I'm going to replace that one. What else is airing off? Context get player. So we need one that gets the player. That's a problem. So we're going to pass another variable, direction. And that's going to be D. Hey, Spooderman. I think below the stone might have left, though. This becomes our direction here. And then D gets passed in as a third parameter. We'll need to figure out how to save that direction into the tile entity as well. Oh, did we not? Oh, I didn't save it, that's why. It doesn't know it's there because it's not shiny. There we go. Okay. Context get world, so we need a world. Let's create the world first, I don't know why. Cool. We can pass in world now. $200 gold, not bad. So get template. So this is where we just call template name instead. But we need to call get template back on here, just in case we override that, because we would override that. Yeah, I definitely want to do that. No, we want to go to this class, please. Let's go to this one first. Save view. I don't remember. I don't know if that tells us or not. So we're going to basically need to return false everywhere that happens and see if this works out for us or not. So else we do this. And here we return false. So for templates null, we return false is valid location. So we're gonna have to move that in here as well. We will. We'll get there. Context get world, we can change to world. In all of the many places we probably do that. Now we're getting a scoreboard name here. Thank you, Spooderman. Glad you're enjoying it. Yeah, so we just need a scoreboard name. So we can call all of this as another parameter. Parameter. Didn't you sub a long time ago? If you unsub and resub, that might be why. And string owner name okay, and what's this say about? Okay, that's simple enough. This should be world. Yeah, sometimes the Streamlabs tool that I use to have that stuff come up is buggy. And I'm not sure why it does that. Okay, so then this needs to move over to utilities as I choke. Excuse me. Okay, public static. Bool. Get size. We're getting the size. That's a problem. So we need to pass in size as well. Get. There we go. Which means this needs a size, which I believe was a block position. Oh, it's a vector 3i. Okay. Is your Minecraft world started? Size.
Me?
Nah, Spooderman. He's
okay.
saying JEI isn't working.
I was gonna say I'm on the server. It's working fine for me.
Ha ha ha, Reaper. So funny, oh my god. Vector 3i size. We'll say size is that, and we can get rid of that. Boom. And that should work as soon as we put in size here. Okay, so our code in theory should still work. I've just moved it somewhere that it is accessible by the other pieces of code. Oh, why is it fail working? Oh, return. There we go. Okay, so everything says it should compile. That's cool. Now, we also need to store some of these pieces of information into the tile entity so it knows what its next template is. It should run down to. My computer is the opposite. It will never tell me when you're live. Yeah, I post on Discord YouTube's supposed to give out notifications, and then I also post on Twitter lately. Because people keep saying they don't get notified. I can yell it real loud at my window too if you want, but I don't think that's gonna help.
That would really help me, actually. But you have to yell really loud. Really loud.
My neighbors may not like it when I shatter their windows. I thought you joined Discord. Trying to think what's the best way of saving this stuff and what all we need to save. I guess we need to be able to call this, so this is the minimum we need to save. Okay, so, or at least have access to. So world's a easy one. The templates will need more than one. Lock position we need to save. It's also what we're going to set our rally point to initially, but I think I want to make it so players can change that. Owner name we already have. So it's the multiple resource locations that we need to have. Oh, Discord's great, man. He says he doesn't like Discord. It's confusing. I really don't want to have to pass in all of the templates all of the time. And that's what I'm starting to think I'm going to need to do. Yeah. I get it, Spider-Man. That, or I pass another class altogether, which contains multiple templates, and this block position, and this direction, and this vector 3 size, blah blah blah. Then it's only one thing we have to set on the tile entity, but the tile entity still has to write it out to disk, which means it's going to break it down into its like most simple form. Yeah, Discord's not about just voice chat though.
Should I go ahead and put your mod blocks in this?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, how do I get them?
Create a menu.
Just RTS? Okay. And the town hall block is the town hall tile entity, and then the target...
So the target is not a block. So, I don't know where you're at.
I need the egg for it, I guess.
There's no egg yet, do the command. So summon, /summon, TS, RTS, target entity. And if you're looking at the position you want it to be, hit tab 3 times after that, and it will fill in the numbers for you.
/summon, TS, RTS, target entity. I love auto completion.
Where are you?
That's a minion. That's not what I wanted. I hit the wrong thing.
Okay, I can see you killing that, but not you. Are you in creative or spectator?
You can't see me?
No.
Oh, there you are. Hello. You weren't there before.
Hit F3 in twice for me. There you are. That's so weird. We couldn't see each other until we toggled the spectator in my back.
But now I can't see myself.
Can't see myself either. Oh no!
I'm invisible to myself.
Are you in F5?
I went into F5 and I can't see myself.
Really? I can see myself.
But if I hit F3 plus N twice again, then I can see myself again. Can you see me?
I can see you.
Okay, so do it again if you can't see yourself.
I could. That's really weird. Huh. So you'll probably have to break that pink block because it's going to put it on top of the block if you're looking at the block.
I did break a pink block.
Really?
You don't see a
You
pink
mean
block
this
here?
pink block that I'm standing on right now?
There is no pink block there.
I'm standing on it right now. I check the console.
There is no
though.
pink block there. I suggest you relog.
There's no pink block there, CZ. What are you talking about? There you go. Perfect. And ignore the fact that it's the wrong color, right? That's just because you're not on a team right now.
I can summon tilde, right?
No, that'll summon at your feet.
Yeah. But what I want to do, can I kill this once I summon it?
Yeah, just get a sword out.
Okay. 'Cause what I want to do is I want one command so I can go around and place these wherever I want. Now
You're inside a block for me.
that.
And that's inside of a block. It's glitching out. Why is the block updates not happening for each other?
Block updates aren't happening, and something weird with players. But I'm definitely creating all these blocks.
Yeah, I can see that you're spawning in the entity. That one disappeared for me. That one disappeared.
Maybe if you unload and reload the chunk that they're in, they'll come back.
F3A. You know what, that might have done it. F3A, I think, fixed it. That's the first time in a long time that F3A has done anything useful. Wait a minute, do you have...
Okay, so now I'm gonna save this as
Is this
Town Hall
Oh,
Red
this is a damaged
2.
one, isn't it? But,
Town
wait,
Hall Red 2.
but 2's the full health one.
Oh, 1. Town Hall Red 1. Save.
Oh wow, this is rough. You can't even go upstairs in this. No, we can't have this.
You don't need it. You don't need to go upstairs.
What if somebody's upstairs when this happens? They're stuck.
No, you can just jump down.
Oh, okay, okay, cool.
If you're upstairs, you can always, like, you can just jump down. But
Yeah,
you don't need to go upstairs.
No, but if somebody was like hiding from the enemy or something.
Yeah, and then I mean maybe we could change the if we can talk about it. I tried not to let any additional routes to other control points through the building. It's like I tried to block it all off. Hey Fire.
Gentlemen.
So
Hey, Fire.
I think if you're attacking from behind, you will still need to walk around it to get to the front targets. So I think we still want that, but we'll find stuff in playtesting. So, Town Hall Red 1, save.
Oh, I scanned this wrong. These don't need to be here at all on this fully depleted one.
Oh yeah, it shouldn't even have those. How do you put out the fires, by the way?
Put a bucket of water on them, and then an empty bucket to pick up the water that will be on the waterlogged block.
Oh, okay.
Fire, did we release the XP collector? Because Spider-Man still can't see it. I'm thinking.
Oh,
Starting to think it's on a different
Why
version.
is it my... You're the one that does all this.
I thought it was out there. But now I'm second guessing it. He says he can't see it in JEI.
You know what? Is it on the server?
That doesn't mean it's not in the public one though. It is on the server.
So if I use a Town Hall Builder item, it'll pop one of these bad boys in.
Hold on, I'll go first forward and
maybe?
download the mod and whip it into a...
I was just about to say, that hasn't been tested on a server yet.
Well, there you go. You're welcome.
So it spawned it in, but look, it spawned it in with the pink instead of the... So...
Yeah, I mean, I can change that right now. Well, I mean, it won't go live until you copy the things over, but...
Oh, yeah. True, very true. The other piece of it is going to be when you save this again, make sure you turn entities on. Because right now they're turned off on all the blocks.
Correct, yeah.
Now, that said, what I just realized is going from stage 2 to stage 1, we don't want to respawn those entities. Because if we do, they'll have full health.
Well, can you change the health based on the structure that it spawns? Can you change the health for the number of target entities?
Maybe. But I think if we don't include them, then what's there before should remain, I would think.
Maybe. It depends on. Oh yeah, we don't have fill voids, so it shouldn't replace it with air. So
And they're
we
not
just
blocks,
need-
they're entities, right? So it's like a cow sitting there.
Yeah, we shouldn't actually need them in the damaged and ruined versions.
I
We shouldn't
think
need them at all.
I think so. I think you're right.
I think you're right because you came up with this.
But what you just said, I think, is right, is what I mean.
Okay. Okay.
So that means
Just
all
making
those
sure.
ones you just spawned in over here, I need to kill.
Yep.
Cool. I hope I'm right. Oh, it's not hard to spawn them back in.
Yeah, it's not hard. You do the tilde, and you just run over wherever you need to spawn them. So include entities on Town Hall. Do we want to go ahead and change the naming convention?
To what I was talking about, the thing.
Yeah, 100 to 0.
What version is that mod on?
Whatever's on CurseForge, Fiery. I don't know.
I can't find it on CurseForge. That's why I'm asking.
Oh.
What mod? You're talking about TechStack's Heavy Machinery mod?
Yeah.
5. Didn't help at all.
Town Hall Red 100. Include entities on saved. Are you having trouble?
How do you get sharpness higher than level 5 with a command now?
It doesn't take very long, Tech. It's like 2 swipes with a.
I want to
The
swipe
diamond
it
sword.
once. I want to have an Uber sword.
It's 3 swipes with a diamond sword.
Right. 1, 2. Well, I guess 2 with a sharpness 5, but I wanted it to be 1.
Well, it doesn't matter.
It does matter to
You
me.
could kill at E not player radius 3 and just.
Yeah,
do it.
and then screw that up real easy.
While true, kill at
Oh.
E.
The other thing that's going to be a problem of it is going to be like all of these cows and crap, right? They're going to wander into one when you scan it, and it's going to be part of what's loading into the world then.
That's fine. It's just a free horse whenever you. With every town hall purchase, a free horse.
Yeah.
A free cow. Okay, so there's a damaged version. There's a.
The sword works great on chickens.
I'm gonna delete this version.
Oh!
Were you inside that?
No, I just flew past it, and I don't. Okay, I didn't see you again.
Yeah, I just deleted it. I said I was gonna delete it.
Yeah, but I didn't know what was tap on it because I couldn't see you.
Oh, and you can spawn in including entities or not. So make sure that that's set whenever you're calling it.
Oh, true. So when you take the base one, you can load it in. Don't load it there. You're gonna be overlapping the other bit.
I got it.
Okay. Oh, here, make it easy on yourself. When you want to copy a building from another one, control click on the block to get all of its settings, including its position and its name and everything. And then
I
you
just
can
have a structure block on my hotbar constantly, so I just use that.
right, but like if you wanted to copy, say, the town hall real fast.
You're right. You make sense.
Okay.
What you're saying is true.
Okay.
So I did not include entities when I spawned this, so it didn't bring over the
Yep.
the targets. And now we basically want to destroy this whole thing.
This is the fully destroyed version.
This is gonna be a ruined version.
Yeah. So what I think it needs to have is some blocks in its area on the ground they don't have to be the same blocks, but they have to represent what it was, right? Because that's the penalty. If there's a single air block in the structure, so like if I were to try and build a house over here and there was a hole there, it wouldn't work. It makes sure that it's level ground. So putting one hole in the center of your building will do it. And you can also have a mound, right? Because that's a pretty big building. It could be a pile of burning crap.
Yeah, I was thinking pile of burning logs and charcoal and cobble just kind of strewn around with red wool.
There you go.
Something like that.
They only dropped it down to 236 pages that I have to go through to find it.
What are you talking about, Fire?
Your mod.
You can't. Oh, okay. I thought you meant you couldn't find that specific version of the mod.
No, I can't find your mod at all.
Wow. Thanks, Curse
Search
Forge.
TechStack's heavy machinery mod. It doesn't pop up.
It doesn't pop up. It blanks out completely.
Probably because they default not to mods now. They default to mod packs.
It's the first CurseForge link when I search Google.
Yes,
I mean, it has
in
my Google
CurseForge,
history.
I put in TechStack's heavy equipment mod and nothing comes up.
because you're probably on mod packs. Because for some reason, instead of focusing on the mods, they're now focusing on mod packs. The latest version public is 286. Thank you for looking though, Fire. I just looked it up myself.
Thank you for trying, but your help is no longer needed.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
I realized when I sent you the link that I could have just looked myself, so I did. Okay, so we built this out. We were talking about saving this stuff. I think I'm gonna have to create another class because so if we're gonna start saving these as 150 and 0, there's only 3. No big deal. But if we went and made 75 and we went and made 25, then there's more that I have to try and pass through. And that's a lot of code to change versus just creating a new class that holds it all and passing the whole class. And I am watching you shake your head at me, by the way. Wait, what button is it? I think it's this one. Nope. This one? No. What's that button? They don't... Oh, that's not it. What's the button? There used to be a button like you could put it in cinematic mode, and when you turn, it would be like all smooth.
F8. Oh, it doesn't work anymore.
Yeah.
It used to be F8.
Yeah, it's not bombed anything. There we go. Yes. Big sweeping appropriate
What is it
speed.
now?
Well, I rebound it to F8 because it was bound to nothing. Oh, I don't want to make another class. But I know I need to, so...
You said 286 is public?
Yes.
Then it's not in there. Because 287 has the XP collector.
Gotcha. Sorry for
So-
sending you down a wild goose chase, Spooderman. I thought I released it. I haven't yet. It will. Someday. I don't know what to call this.
That should be the only thing that's not in there, though, so...
Is
Yes.
fire an entity or a tile entity?
Fire's a block.
Like if I put down fire from creative menu, it just stays, right? Not campfire.
No. We need to turn fire spread off on this server
Okay,
to do
so
that.
I just need to use campfires if I want to represent something.
Or turn
flaming.
fire spread off, just so that it doesn't burn down the whole structure.
Campfires are fine.
But they look like campfires.
They do look like campfires, but they give off smoke. I don't know if normal fire gives off smoke, does it?
I don't believe so.
So I really want the smoke.
The smoke does look cool, but I'm afraid it's going to lag out people. I think those are entities.
Lag out. It's like four campfires. It's
Right, but we're also going to have 100 entities.
yeah, but you have like
So when you have 10 buildings that are all have 5 campfires in them each burning. Maybe they're particles, I don't know.
I think
Let's
they're
see.
particles because they don't have. If F3B doesn't show any hitboxes.
Turning it to minimal, I still see them. Oh, F3B doesn't? Yeah, they're particles, huh?
Yeah, they're
good call.
particles.
That's the proper way to test for it. Yeah, you can't turn them off all the way, huh? I'm kind of surprised. And yeah, Fiery, thanks for saying that, but I'm pretty sure that was a troll that came in and said that and left. That's why I didn't even bother acknowledging it. I've learned to smell the trolls, and it's not a pleasant smell.
I had to make them recognize this is America.
They're Mr. Trump Joy, though. Or whatever their name was.
Trump my joy.
Yeah, I could have gone into a whole webcast just on his name, okay?
Uh-oh.
Let's just
yes,
say
Tech?
my favorite slogan is "Make America Great Again."
Template.
Evict Trump.
Structure. Data.
And that'll as far as I go.
So we need 3 templates. For now.
Where are the cracked? There's the cracked bricks. Jeez.
I'm just gonna call them what they are. Template 100, template 50, template 0. Okay.
Oh, that doesn't do anything.
Block position. Spawn point. And direction B. Direction. Meh. I mean, he didn't say anything wrong. He's just being a troll. Seconds. Block position. Direction. And vector 3 size. Boom. And then let's create a constructor out of this so we can pass it all at once. Source. Construct using fields, all of them, please. And then
Is that you, Tech? Am I hearing your music in the background?
I think we're hearing Fiery's TV or something.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. I thought it was like Tech's weird music. Well, I thought it was Tech's music, and it had taken a weird turn.
Yeah, I know my music's weird.
Your music used to be weird because it was all just the free music, but now you have a license, so it's just normal music.
It's weird. Still, it's not like stuff you hear on the radio.
You don't have like Ariana Grande just going.
No. So there are some songs that you can tell that whoever wrote that was trying to sound like a actual famous artist. Like this Hot Pepper Groove #1 or Hot Pepper Groove #2. They sound very Red Hot Chili Peppers with their music style, which I find is just funny because they call themselves Hot Pepper. That's the name of the songs. There's other ones
All right.
like that.
How's this? You can see a little bit of red. You can see that it burned down, and then it's broken, and then it has the same block palette. Yeah, it'll do for now.
Cool. And that area is unbuildable.
Correct.
Because the only thing it doesn't have is one out here. So someone could build a little closer, but that's fine. I don't care. It still stops the majority of the town center from being built.
Yeah, you can't build a town center immediately on top of this.
No.
So that's going to be Town Hall
Wait,
Red 0.
Do you still have the tile entity in here? For the town center?
No. Do we need it?
I don't know, because I don't know how it's going to behave. If it's going to try and replace it, or... Because the tile entity needs to be here to clean up after everything.
Okay, so do we need the tile entity in the damaged version? No?
I think so, but I hope it doesn't actually replace it. And I probably can make it not replace it if I code for it.
Well, because if the block there is air, it won't replace it.
Block is there.
So, like, if
sure?
in this damaged version, I destroy this and leave it as air, it will not place air here. To do that, you have to use that Minecraft void block.
Are you sure that's not backwards? Let's do this. Let's spawn in a full one somewhere, just as a testing area. Then, in the same spot, change it to be the damaged one and see if the tile entity stays. And then we can change it to the rubble one and see what happens. Just to make sure that, like... Because if what you're saying is true, these are air blocks here, so the rest of this building's not going to disappear.
That's true. And I will need to fill all of this with Minecraft void.
Oh, God.
So I can replace air with Minecraft void.
Yes, but then you'll have to go and take it out where the tile entity is to keep it there.
Yes,
all
I'll
three
place
flavors.
the tile entity wherever I want, because it can be wherever, but in all of these, I'll just need to fill it with void.
You'll need to keep the tile entity in the same spot. Oh, no, wait. That spot will need to be air. If you're saying what you're saying is true, and the air does not get replaced, we want to keep that tile entity in the exact same spot so it keeps its data. We don't want to change it.
I'm saying I have world edit commands, so I can replace that with whatever I want to, and then I can fill all air with void, and then replace whatever that block is with air.
Gotcha.
So I can give you what you're asking for. I'm going to use a couple of world edit cheaty tricks to do it.
You were talking about the process. I was talking about the end state. We're on the same page, though.
Yeah. Okay. So here is a full structure, and now we're going to use a 0 structure. Town Hall. Oh, I didn't save my 0.
Oh. I was gonna say I didn't see anything change. I'm a little worried.
It's fine. Oh, okay. There you go. It replaces everything. I was wrong.
So
Carpets and things fall down. That's odd. I would expect... Are those tile entities? Is that why?
No.
Carpets and banners and pressure plates and torches?
It's probably the order it broke things in. They're all items that need to be connected to another item. Or all blocks that need to be connected to another block to exist.
Really? I thought, like, torches were tile entities.
Nope, torches are regular blocks.
Huh, okay.
So that means the opposite then. So you need to take the location of the tile entity that we have made, the town center block, put a void block there on the 2 and the 3. So it remains in that spot. It's probably a little easier, I guess, to set up.
Yep. The structure void.
but it has to be in the exact same spot for it to work.
Do we want it in the ruin state? Because it'll replace it if it's not there.
We want it in the ruin state if we want the ruins to clean up after themselves after so much time. So remember, that block is what's going to trigger this whole thing, so it knows it shouldn't do anything. Like, it knows it shouldn't work anymore after that. And Spoonman, yes, I do know. I know of him. I've watched his videos before. If I had more time, I might do crazy stuff like he does. As far as, let's build a mod and every other day.
What mods does he do? I've actually never heard of him.
He'll be like, somebody made a meme about Minecraft and has, I don't know, horses with bat heads, right? And he will make a mod that gives horses bat heads, or what's it called? Resource pack, or whatever way he thinks is the best to do it, he'll do that. Some of his earlier stuff was more involved than just memes.
Oh, are you guys making the destroyed versions of the buildings right now?
Yeah.
Aw, yeah.
Didn't even notice.
Okay, Tech.
Well,
Spawn in
I
a
did.
100, and then spawn in a 100 with entities. Spawn in a 50 without entities. And then spawn in a 0 without entities. And it should work.
Oh, crap. I hate that they have two load buttons. Done. Load.
Okay. So that's good.
Okay. And then 50 said?
Mm-hmm.
You're saying without entities, but I'm going to leave it so that entities are always on. We just won't include entities in the 50 version.
Yeah, that's true. It'll work. Nice.
Tyler, are you still there? Cool.
Yep.
And then the 0. Load.
Nice.
That's going to be so awesome.
It just like I really like that it just Minecraft poofs and everything falls down. It's gonna be a little annoying for the items to be on the ground, but I like that.
There's a good chance I can intercept those items and kill them if we wanted to.
I mean, we could throw a command block down that just kills everything in the radius.
Right, and also I'm actually the one writing the template. Load this in the world, and I'm looking for entities in it as already. I can look for entity items and just kill them all in
That'd
that
be
specific
cool.
area. Because I made it so the menus don't drop gear right now. I don't think we want that, right? Because if you have 50 of them all die and they're in full gear, they're gonna drop a hat, a chest plate, legs, and it's just too much.
Do you want to watch? You want to watch all of this so that you can see it? Or I don't know if you could see it when you were doing it.
Sure, go for it.
There's full. There's 50
That looks cool.
and 0.
Nice. That's gonna have a cool.
Okay, so now you just make it work in the mod.
Yeah.
It's really simple.
Uh-huh. You laugh. It's simple. We made it simple, right? Because of the way we're working on it, right? Had I had to have hard-coded all of those block placements into the mod, we wouldn't even have one structure done. So using these structure blocks was a great idea.
Yeah, I hate the big tent barrack now, so I'm gonna delete this. Well, I'll leave it here. I won't delete it, but
Yeah.
I definitely like the small tent barracks.
I kind of almost see this world as, remember the Death Cube world we had, where everything was like, here's all the different modules and stuff.
that was Demon Depths, but
Demon
yes,
Depths,
the
yes,
module
sorry.
module maker.
Yes. I could see it was like having the full version like here. To the left of it it's slightly damaged. To the left of that is it's slightly damaged. And then when you go in this direction, it's the green variation of those three. And then the yellow variation. You know, so that everything's organized and it's all just here. And if we have to change something, we go to that specific area of the world and just change it.
Yeah, that's my plan.
Instead
and I
of
will
loading
set
them all.
up commands to change it in templates so that everything's all lined up exactly the way that we need it.
Yeah, cool.
We have the technology.
Maybe.
Oh, this is gonna look so cool.
Can we trigger these structure blocks with command blocks?
Yes,
So
because you can place it, and I think you can even trigger them with redstone.
So like we
I
could
don't know.
change the green one or the red base one, and then have it automatically spawn in the other
Look,
three
don't
variations.
get crazy. Just write town conquering in the idea sheet, and we'll come back to it.
Town conquering. What does that have to do with anything?
You wanted to change the color, and right?
Well, I was just thinking it would like if we changed 15 blocks in this, right? We could scan it in and have it load the green version, the blue version, and all those, right? But using the red template, I guess we still have to go in and change all the banners and everything to make it the other colored version, so it's still a pain in the butt. Never mind.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's not that big of a deal. I can select all of it and change all the wool and change all the carpet, and then we just replace all the banners. There's not that many banners.
I completely forgot that we have World Edit. Okay.
That's what I meant by we have the technology.
Okay. Yeah.
That's why I asked for it to be on the server. Yeah, I can do that right now if you want. If you want two different teams to test out,
Sure.
I can just do it real quick.
I'm glad you can do this stuff and help me out. So I'd be like, oh, I don't want to have to place all these blocks. I would forget that World Edit's on the world and all this crap. So. Okay, so we need the one we want to load. We need the total stuff to save. But we can use that. Do we want to use it? I don't know. We're going to try it. We're going to try this. This might break in my face, and I hope not.
Alright, green 50 is saved.
Put those on different lines. Come on. Don't code that way.
Oh, wait, no, I need to replace the banners. Hang on. It's not saved.
Oh, I'm not grabbing stuff yet. I am not that far at all. And then we can go data.position. Long lever, what? Why is position not part of that? Oh, spawn point. There. That's what it is. D equals direction, so data dot get direction, data dot owner get. You didn't put the owner in there. Okay. Because that's part of the tile entity already. We don't need it. Okay, that's why. So
I don't need to change the entities or the like actual control point block, right?
Correct. Because they figure out what team they should be on based on who places them.
Green 100 is ready.
My messages were not coming through for a bit. Sorry about that.
And green 0 is ready. So there you go. You have two team variants.
Cool.
The hardest thing about changing any of these is just doing the banners, and it's not that hard.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Especially if there's only a couple banners. I mean, it's not like you're gonna...
Yeah, I tried not to spam them too much because I had this in mind when I was building them and suggesting that we make multiples.
See,
originally,
I've gotten better at making mods. You've gotten better at making builds and using the commands because we've been there and done. Like, this is showing the experience we've had with Minecraft. Can we put that on a job resume somehow?
For what, 5 years?
No,
we've only been
longer than
making
that,
maps and
yeah,
modded servers for 5 years. Has it been that long? 2012, right?
It's 2012. It's 2019 right now.
Was it 2012 when we started? Because I can't remember. When was the first modded TS Craft server?
It was the year I started streaming. I know that. Let me look. The server application list.
I remember having a really crappy laptop. So I think it was 2012 or 2013.
2013, early January, or end of January 2013 was the first application for Diego Cup to TS Craft.
January 2013. So it's been almost 7 years. 6.5 years, we'll say.
Yeah. Dang.
Yep. Where does time fly?
I have more experience playing Minecraft and building things inside it than I do at my actual job that pays me. Pays me significantly more than I've ever earned from Minecraft.
Yeah.
I think our map on CurseForge might have earned me like a penny of Amazon rewards, but
Seriously?
I think
That's all the points you got?
DeathCube. I think I got we got like 80 downloads or something.
Oh, okay. I thought we had more downloads than that.
No, we did. It did not do very well. I don't know why, but it did not do very well.
Put a lot of effort into that. We need to market it like we do.
It is. One person might think, oh, it's awesome, it's great, and then the other people are like, yeah.
You got me looking at stuff again.
But we don't care what they think. We think it's awesome.
It was really fun to build. So
1,500 downloads on the latest version of the mod.
Yeah, your mod has done much better than our DeathCube map pack did.
It's got 256 downloads.
Yeah, so I think I might have a penny. I don't know how many you have to get to get money from Amazon, but
Well, don't spend it all in one place, easy.
Our DeathCube PvP map, Spooderman. Completely vanilla game that we created. No mods required.
no, that's not what I wanted.
It's only like our, what was that, like our 4th variation of DeathCube game?
I think it was 3rd, but yeah.
There's the original one that was me and Alco goofing around in FTB, right? That was
There was the
one.
FTB one.
Then there's
and
the
then
bucket
the
plugin.
Bucket one, and then the
Forge one.
I don't think we did a Forge one.
We did
before
Forge one. Before
I
that?
think we did a Forge one after Vanilla. We never actually released the others though, so.
No, true. You can get pennies, like CZ's saying, for making mods. It is not a profession, let's put it that way.
Did you watch the video that I linked in Discord about the future of gaming, or the bright future of digital entertainment, or something like that?
Was it the TED Talk? I wanted to, but I haven't.
It was the TED Talk.
I'll have to watch that though.
Yeah, take a watch. It's okay. It's not amazing.
What you can get from making mods is an annoying 1099 from, I think it's from Amazon, because they own, or Twitch, or whoever owns CurseForge now. Because if you actually cash out the points they give you for like even a $5 thing, they send you a freaking 1099, and you have to. This year I had to wait on it because, or this last year I had to wait on it because, like, they sent them out, and like the day they sent them out, they said, "Oops, we made a mistake. You got to wait for us to correct it." I'm like, I want to do my taxes, right? I waited like
Spooderman
another
might
month.
not know what you're talking about. A 1099 is an American
Okay.
tax form that
True.
that is an income form.
True.
So
Spooderman has said he's young. I'll put it that way. So he probably doesn't.
I just guessed because he's watching Minecraft content.
Zoom
So
is
you're
not
saying
young.
anybody watching Minecraft content
There's
has to
8
be-
people watching, and most of them probably not young.
3 of them are sitting right here in Discord, so
Shh.
don't tell YouTube.
As I'm just staring at this screen because I'm drawing a blank of what I need to do next. Yay.
Go
Let's
to the
fix that.
spreadsheet.
typing numbers and letters.
Like, I know what I need to do, but I need to code, like, where I need to code that piece is what I'm saying.
You just gave me like exponentially more work, so I have plenty to do, but I don't want to do any of it right now.
Don't.
We need archery range. We need each different team and each damage state of every structure.
You need a farm.
We need a farm. We need a farm and an archery range before we need damage states. That's true.
Yes. I have enough to get the code working for these damage states now. I have enough to confirm that if I'm on green team that we can make a green building spawn in. Right? I have my test data to work with, so I'm good there. Farm and archery range are like what's going to stop us from doing a playtest next.
Well, I think I'm basically just going
From
to
the
copy a
structures.
vanilla farm. So,
I'm fine with that because like it's above ground and it's surrounded by logs. It all
Yeah,
makes
it-
sense. Yeah.
and it's supposed to be small. Like it's not supposed to be anything big. So I'm going to do that right now.
Okay, so this should be before owner, after template. Before owner, after template.
I'm going to destroy your sad little like well resource thing, Tech. I know you worked really hard on it, but
What are you talking about?
it's dead now.
What? What'd you kill?
The tiny little thing that you had right here, that was like
Oh,
your
yeah,
demonstration of how big you thought structures were gonna be.
Yeah. So much for that idea. We need like a 700 by 700 world just for one player to play this. We got huge
I'm
structures.
telling you, I think we're gonna play like on a Minecraft scale. Like if you want to get things to pathfind around on a map that big, it's gonna be a challenge.
That's why
Especially
my initial
it's on
thought was we
super flat.
wouldn't play on a Minecraft scale. Like, we wouldn't be building a world that's not able to be fully chunk loaded. Because my concern is you walk away from your houses to go attack the enemy, your barracks, and you come back and you have an army because it's been unloaded the whole time.
Yeah, and that's why I think. Well, you saw what I thought, but I think that you should kind of do it on the back end, and the armies disappear to the player because they're going to raid or attack or whatever. They're going to attack whatever you've told them to go attack.
But then that immediately makes it impossible to change a command. Because
Let
they're
me change it.
like, you're issuing commands to that entity. You're saying, go here, please.
I'm saying you have like a little command book or something that you pick up and you say go attack Alco, and they
that's not
they
a
go attack
strategy
Alco.
game. That's the mobile strategy game types, where they can't
it would
afford
work.
to calculate everything for the 200 people that are playing the game at the time, right? So I get that it works. I used to play a game called Evany, I think it was, and it was just a big number cruncher, right? You went to attack somebody, and like when you hit send attack or whatever it was, right? It would just start a timer.
Yeah, that's the one that I played too.
Yeah, okay.
It's like just a bunch of timers.
Yeah, and then when the timer's up, the attack finally gets there, and you find the results of the attack, right? There's no watching the action, right? So that's more of almost a turn-based strategy game.
But it was real time because it was all timers and you had to time things correctly, and
It's not real time
was
in the same
strategy
aspect of
instead
what I
of
would
action.
think it'd be. It's more turn-based with timers, because the ability to say send my troops over to attack Gazer, and halfway there I realize, oh no, I'm getting attacked, I need to pull them back. Or oh no, Alco's coming on their flank, I need to stop and attack them before they're completely destroyed on their way to get Gazer.
I think you could get a hybrid system that would work.
We'll see
But
if this
I
works.
think
I think
I
it will.
think the first step is doing that sort of paper system. Okay, is there a farm block?
There is not yet. So if you can get everything else and just put it like a wool down, I'll replace it when I get it. There's also not a lumber block. Oh, wait, is there? There might be. No, there's not. So what's this thing need? It needs all of the template names. Which we've got this template name here, so we need to actually move that template name up into that. Or wait, do we do? Oh, I just seen your message, Spooderman. So could you get it? I guess you could play single player by yourself, but it's a strategy game. It's intended to have other players. There's not going to be any AI enemies coming in to attack you.
For now.
Shh! Don't say crap like that!
We'll see what we can convince Tech to do.
Gosh.
I've been looking into machine learning. We could do like an alpha star thing.
But like it would have to know the resources, know where to place the buildings, and all this crap.
But you've seen that, right, Tech?
Alpha Star? No, I've seen A Star. That's just a pathfinding system. But not Alpha Star.
No! I'm talking about Google DeepMind.
Oh, okay.
Okay, you need to look this up. Maybe not on stream, but you need to look up DeepMind Alpha Star. It's a neural network that plays StarCraft 2.
Oh gosh.
And
Okay.
it's almost as good as pro players.
Almost. I've seen a couple players beat it, I think.
Oh, there's several players that have beaten it. But what's interesting is that the top player in the world right now BlizzCon was recently, and the top player in the world stopped by a booth that DeepMind just randomly had Alpha Star at BlizzCon, and he played it, and he lost. and he lost 3 out of 3.
Oh man.
But the thing is, what I've heard is that the Protoss agent is much stronger than the other 2 agents that it plays with. And it was playing as Protoss, and I don't remember what he was, because I don't even know the other 2, because I don't play StarCraft. But the Protoss agent is significantly stronger. He didn't have his normal equipment, so his chair, his mouse, his keyboard, like his monitor, he didn't have the normal stuff. He just had whatever was set up for that little demo. And that once you're playing at that level, it has a huge effect on how good you can actually play, because it's all like twitchy reaction and muscle memory stuff.
Yeah.
And you need a high refresh rate monitor, and like you need all of this stuff because that affects your performance. So he didn't have any of that. He was playing against one that was notably stronger. So there's good excuses for why he lost. But it's still really interesting.
Yeah, I remember when when my gaming mouse went out on me and I had to switch over to my backup, which is like garbage, like absolute garbage. But I mean, I was playing World of Tanks with it, and it was really throwing my aim off. Or at least I should say where I normally would be, thinking my mouse should go to aim, and it wasn't.
That would suck. I can't stand to pick up another person's mouse like at work when I travel, because it takes like 6 years to go across the screen compared to my mouse. And if anyone touches my computer, it's basically a security device for my computer, my mouse, because it's so sensitive. Like, you just wiggle it a millimeter and it's moving on your screen a ridiculous amount, because like that's so sensitive.
Yeah, I do that
got
too.
Really high DPI on mine too.
People pick mine up at work, and the same thing happens. Like, whoa, this is really sensitive. Yes, I don't want to be like curling weights at work all day.
So that's how you identify the real gamers at your profession. Do they have a gamer mouse or not?
Yeah, if your mouse takes more than 15 seconds to make it across your screen, you're not a gamer.
Can't do high DP or DPI anymore? Why not? Hey, Julie. And Spooderman, I don't know if you heard when you were gone. You could play this single player, but there's no enemy at that point, because it's intended to be played as multiplayer.
Farm done.
Awesome, let me see. Nice. Perfect.
It's just the normal farm with.
Yep.
It has 3. I don't know if we want 3, but we'll figure that out. We'll figure that out in playtesting.
I'm good. I'm probably gonna get in trouble for streaming this late though. Just realized what time it is.
Yeah, I'll do an archery
believe
range
this.
tomorrow. I think I'm done for tonight.
Okay.
Archery range will take a little bit longer.
Yeah. Completely understand, and like, there's no rush on it. Like, we're not gonna be playing it this weekend, I don't think. So.
We're gonna be playing it this weekend, Tech.
You think? I don't know. There's a lot to do still.
I know. I was just messing around with that time. I mean,
Oh, what?
he commented about my 15 seconds to get your mouse across the screen thing.
No, I agree with you, Kai. It takes 15 seconds to get you out across the screen. The death message. Oh. Did we put
What's
death
the
cube in
death?
there?
What's the death? What is this?
I think that's the grinder, isn't it?
You put a
It might
custom
have
death message?
We put all sorts of custom death messages in the machinery mod. Like, all the machines
Like,
have
I
a
seriously
silly
think
message.
that was the mob grinder.
It might have been. And like,
Yeah.
like some of them talk about IMSHA rules and stuff, I guess.
See, he's playing by himself, so he won't be able to see like the ones for getting killed by the vehicles.
Yeah.
Oh, the Nova Skin Minecraft service, they have an online texture editor, so you can just edit other texture blocks and download the texture map for it, all in your browser.
Like the block bench I do will let me on the block edit the texture, which is handy. Because like
That's what this does too.
yeah. The alternative to doing that is a pain. Okay, so we've got these set up so that they can have the different resources allocated to them. We can do the 3 different templates then. So we need the template location 100, template location 50, and template location 0 for now.
Oh yeah, Tech, you've got to try this later. Minecraft.novaskin.me, and then you can just do /resource packs. Do it all in your browser.
So this goes there. We need size, which is there. Don't need template name anymore. No, we do need template name. Crap. But it's gonna be template 100. This needs these. Need one of those. Are you airing off still? Oh, that. Okay. Wow, did I just successfully do that? I think I did. Cool. So next, on the tile entity itself, we need to have a place to store this structure data. Okay, so in here. I was dying to see the inside of the shredder. I really don't remember about all those different ones. Structure that we came up with. The dad jokes are real with this messages, I guess. Okay, there's our getter and setter for it, so we can set it now real easy inside the builder item. Inside here. And down in here. So controller te dot set data. Come on, set structure data. There we go. We just take structure data. Is that not what I called it? It is now. Okay. And what are we airing off at all? Okay. Then I'm going to quickly on the town hall. I think the town hall one's the one we set up with it, right? Or we will. Okay, I'll have to do that still. Wait, I want to do it in the cooldown entity. So here. Okay, so get rid of the message and instead say if get health is less than 20 just because I want to hard code something in to get this to work quickly. Because it was set to flick. Wait. This is a building that has how many of these, CZ? This town hall.
Town hall. It has
8, right? 6, 6, and the 2 in the middles.
yeah. It's got 8.
Okay, so 8 times 20 each should be 160. So half that is 80. So if it goes below 80, so if half of them die, we want to do utilities dot template. What was it called? Crap. Load structure. Okay, and this dot world. We're going to go to structure data, get structure data dot get template 50, and the structure data we're going to pass in is structure data, and the owner is get owner. What else? That's it. Oh, wait. We want to get rid of that only. Okay, so that's going to load it in. Now, there's one problem with this, and that's that it's going to try and continually spawn it in once it goes below 80, and we don't want to do that. So we can say get structure data. Okay. So we need to cache what that value was on the prior rundown of this loop, basically. So public, is that a float? Okay, public float prior health equals that. Okay. Oh. Should have set it to -1. That'll let us know we need to cache it for center. Okay, so then in prior health, we say if prior health equals -1, then prior health equals get health. Okay. And in here we say prior health does not equal get health. So our health has changed and it's less than 80. And we probably should do that in a different if statement though, because we also need to do another piece here. So we're going to do it like this and split it into 2 if, and this will be its own thing, and we need another bracket here. Okay, format that for me, please. There we go. So if it doesn't equal, then we're going to set it to equal so that we're good to go. And I guess this isn't really needed because it won't equal the first time around. Okay, so next up, the town hall. You said you scan them as 100, 50, and 0. Okay, and I need to pull down those files then. So let me refresh my listing. Town hall red 150 and 0. Need to go into here. Okay. And I get rid of town hall 2. Yeah, I understand, man. I'm gonna have to do the same. But I'm so close, I want to try it at least. I think we're there. If it doesn't work first try, I'm probably going to have to end it because I kind of went through a lot of extra stuff.
Do you just need the one PNG for for a new texture on your block?
It depends on what we want to do with the block. So if you want the sides to be all the same as the top, then yes, it's one texture. If you want the top to be a different texture, like grasses, then we need an extra texture for the top and bottom. I only say that because,
Okay.
like, if we were to put like a letter that means B for barracks on the side, it'll make sense and be nice and oriented right on the sides, but then the top, it's not going to be the right rotation for what you'd expect.
Well, I'm thinking there's probably a base Minecraft block for these that we could start with, like a furnace or something, and we can make it look a little nicer because we can start with that, and then we can just draw on top of it, and like making these in this little program is simple enough that I can do it. So I think we could whip up some test textures that are more than just a single color, if it's that easy to actually put them in the mod. So I uploaded one to the Discord that's just a basic random noise of red. I don't know if that's all you need or not.
Is it 16 by 16?
Yeah.
Okay. That should work. I think we can get a lot better texture than that, no offense. But I know you just said you just kind of generated it on the fly.
Yeah, I just blobbed some red and put some noise on it. And then
Cool.
yes, I think we can get a lot better. We can like take a background of something like that and put whatever symbol for barracks or whatever we want to do. Or we can start from the furnace and put stuff on top of that.
Yeah. And I did set these blocks up so that they're directional, meaning if you place it so that the front is facing you, you can set it that way, right? You can rotate them around, even facing up if you wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
They're not just horizontal directional like a furnace is. They're more like a piston in that regard. Does Stream Avatars only work on Streamlabs OBS? No, I have OBS, not Streamlabs OBS. I'm sorry, that probably doesn't make a lot of sense. You're gonna say something, CZ?
I was saying this tool is going to make it so that I can help you with textures.
You need to link me that so I can take a look at it later too. I know you said it's Nova Skin or whatever, but I'm gonna forget about it.
Yeah, let me.
Hey, Sally.
So what we can do is we can, like, I think you can make a project and we could have a project that's ours and I can share it with you and we can just save all the textures in there. But we can also just download, because they're just images. We can just download them too.
You know how GitHub works, don't you?
Yeah, I know how GitHub works.
It didn't sound like you wanted to do that at all. Yeah, I know
It
how
seems
it
like
works.
GitHub is just where you post stuff. I use GitHub, you know that.
Right. Well, the reason I say it is GitHub's meant for collaboration. So if you were to make a commit to it, it's just there. And then like the next time I build, the texture's there. And if you want to change it, you just put it on there, and the next time I build,
Yeah.
it's in the game.
You'll just have to familiarize me, or I'll have to dig in to familiarize myself with where these need to be in your file structure.
Thank you for the subscription, Sally. We're one closer to the 800. Yeah, exactly. And it's pretty straightforward. There's actually a JSON file that says where the texture file is and what the texture file name is and all this stuff.
Oh yeah, because I can go ahead and add a repo.
Wait a minute. Why is it not building? Uh-oh. Oh, I probably didn't refresh these, did I? Derp. Dang it. We gotta restart the game, I'm pretty sure, because I don't think those load other than startup. So one more try. What? Let's try it again. What does it work on like Lightstream? I'm not sure what Lightstream is. I don't know. I want textures to be better than Machinery Mod though. The blocks in Machinery Mod don't have the best texture. That's why I was asking, is it 16 pixels? Because that actually makes it look worse and not Minecrafty if it's higher. which was a painful lesson for me to figure out with the machine mod.
Yeah, if you're going to do higher resolution, you have to increase everything to be higher resolution.
Yep, including Minecraft itself. They need a whole resource pack, otherwise it
Yeah,
doesn't
you need
show.
a full resource pack, so you need to do it in 16 by 16.
Oh, you want some stars for the sub? Sure. I forgot, didn't I? Thank you for the reminder. Yay. Oh, oh, oh! Okay. We got a building. It's got red target blocks. So there's 8 of these, so I need to kill 4. Here we go.
Oh, you're actually going to go kill him?
Oh, I didn't do it. Dang it.
Don't spoil it, jeez.
Oh, well. For the people watching the stream on the stream, it didn't spoil it.
Yeah, but I'm in a weird time discontinuum thing, so yeah, it didn't work.
I'm gonna keep killing them and see if it's just...
Maybe it has to be below 50?
Right, but
Kill.
the total health of all of them has to be below 80 total health.
Oh.
Which, I think each one of these are 20, so it should have done it now. Is there air in the console? There's not. Let's put a breakpoint here. Okay, it did hit the breakpoint, so it's trying it. So what is this get 50? Watch. Town Hall red 50. Town Hall red 50, where are you? It's there. Okay, so... Oh, I know what it is. I've got to check before it tries to spawn these things that says, is this a valid area? And it's only a valid area if it's completely flat. Because the building's there, it's not flat. So I need to disable that.
Just for the damage spawning.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if I do a call hierarchy here real quick, we can do this. This isn't too much extra. We just need to add an extra. So what I'm looking for. Extra parameter. We'll set it to true. And then in our utilities code, we will say boolean should check if valid. Right, so yes, terminate, because we're gonna have to redo this anyway.
I cloned your repo in GitHub Desktop, and it did not seem to work.
What didn't work about it?
It doesn't have anything. It connected to it, but when I fetched Origin, it didn't pull anything down. What am I doing wrong?
So it's the TSRTS?
Uh-huh.
And
I gave it...
like, it doesn't show anything in here, and it shouldn't. If you go to history, you'll see all the history I've done.
Oh, I do see all that.
Yeah, so the changes is just what you've locally changed.
What I've locally changed.
Yeah.
I've only worked with my single project that only I do anything on, so I've never seen anything like that.
I understand.
Nice. Okay, I have it.
False, and then okay. So go into here. Or not should check. The should check will be true. If we need to go down that path. Which would be false if we not it. So that should work. Okay. Last try because it's 10:30 on the night. I didn't sleep well the night before. She does not. She said something. Spooderman. The stream avatars are at the bottom of the screen. They're characters that represent all the people that are chatting in the YouTube. In the YouTubes. You can do different commands to make the move. That's why everyone was doing exclamation point and then sling or jump or whatever. When we put the stars on the screen, the stars are a game currency. Okay, Spider-Man, you're gonna miss it because this is gonna change right before our faces. I think when I spawn another one, that will actually work because that one won't work. Now that we've unloaded the world,
I found your textures, and I found how you're calling them, so I can do that stuff.
And there's several of them for the other blocks where there's like missing textures that don't even have the files or the JSON files yet because I was trying to get the code working first.
That's why they get that black and purple, right?
Yeah, yeah. Killed 1, 2, 3 so far.
Don't spoil it.
Okay, I won't spoil it if you tell me when you actually see.
Yeah, I'll tell you.
Oh. Okay.
Not yet. Okay, I think you're hitting the last one now. You tabbed away.
Because of a breakpoint that was hit.
Hey, there it goes. Yay!
Yay! I was sitting there holding my hands above my head the whole time. So it's
Such a
trying
delay.
to do it again, which is wrong, but I know why it does. I kind of expected it. Basically, we're checking the health, and now that it's below 80, it is a different health amount, but we need to actually look to see if we're already on that state. So we need some state indicator as to the which one we just loaded last. So I can fix that as my headphones just died on me and I can't hear anything.
You can fix
Hang on a
that.
sec, guys, in Discord. I can't hear you. I know you can hear me still.
You can fix that when you wake up again at 4 a.m. and want to continue
what's that?
mod development.
Gazer, things are starting to come together.
Wait, Gazer, what are you doing awake, son?
What are you talking about? It's morning for him.
He's 6 hours ahead of me, I think.
Wait. We've got a zero state on this too. We need to get zero state working. What am I doing?
No, you need to go to bed. Ted.
No, it's like 3 lines of code. Else
It's just three
if
more- it's just 3 more lines.
get state template 0. Save. Cool, it didn't crash. Let's kill them all. You gotta do those full swipes on them. There's more hits. Moment of truth. I'm gonna spoil this one.
You can spoil this one.
Uh-oh. I'm a dummy. Oh, no! No! That stupid check to see if the health's different. We gotta start all over. How can I kill these things faster? It's gotta be a better way. Oh, if I enchant my sword.
Couldn't you just go into creative and break the block?
It's not a block.
It's an entity. You dumb.
Does it have a name?
Look! You just stop outsmarting me, okay? I want to get my enchanted sword that can do them in 2 hits.
You could kill at E in not player radius 3 and just go and kill each one with like 2 buttons.
Okay,
Tech likes his
2,
swords.
3. Okay, that's only 3. 4. It immediately went. I'm sorry. That is really cool.
Right?
That's
It's
not
so cool.
That's not me like trying to sell this up. It's just cool.
Yeah, it's just cool that you can hit that and the whole structure actually changes. Like Civcraft was really cool because
we gotta
you could see the health bars, but this is even better.
Yes, it worked. Okay, I'm going to place this down, and we are going to place a barracks down.
You're just having too much fun with it now.
And we're gonna go green, and this guy's gonna go to town on this thing. We're gonna get some friends for him too. We want this to be quick, because I gotta get to bed. No, I'm in builder mode. Okay. They're not gonna spawn in builder mode. I need to change the config.
At least it works in builder mode.
No, not client. We want the common.
The config was a smart choice to be able to change that.
Yeah, it's the only way it's gonna be able to do testing here and on the server.
Your notepad font is huge.
I stream and want people to be able to read it.
Yeah, sure. But your code font is not huge.
Oops. Oh, I guess you can't just zoom in on it. Yeah, well, it's quite handy to
fine.
see a lot of lines of code.
It doesn't need to be huge. It's just
Okay, go.
interesting that
You can't hear me?
I can hear you. No,
No, Google, I'm
I
not
haven't
talking to
checked
you.
on it.
yeah, Fiery, aka Google.
No, my phone was
Jig
like,
is up.
I couldn't hear what you said. Dang, I gotta spawn another one of these things too. I gotta save all this information about the data in the tile entities when it goes out to writes to disk on MBT. I know that may not mean everything to anyone, but it does to me. That's why it doesn't work. And these guys aren't even trying to track this down. Why? That's interesting. Oh, there they go. Right? Why are they so derpy slow? Oh.
Is yellow a team? Or is yellow the default?
Yellow's the default color.
But is yellow a team? Because that's the
It
red
is
structure.
It is a team, but it's not the red structure. Like, I know the banners are red, but it's taking on my team for all the blocks and tile entities. See, the red. This is technically red. This is technically red right here. This is red.
I'm waiting
Because
for
I'm
you to
red.
show me what's red. Hang on.
Oh, okay.
Okay, yes, I see that it's red now.
So it's not saving that it's on team red, basically. I need to set that up. So when the world unloads and reloads, it doesn't know. But just go back.
Okay, and that's what you were saying about saving it to NBT.
Yes. Dang it, we got one blue guy. Hey, Lake. Well, I'm supposedly only here for a second too, but these guys aren't attacking this, so... Oh, maybe he is and it's just not showing. That's something I need to change too. The rendering of these blocks, they don't have a flash like a normal entity. There we go. So they're attacking them.
Yeah, or there should be particles or something when they attack them.
Yeah, something. Why are they not going for those though? They must have a low priority for them or something.
What's their range?
Pretty big, like 32. Most mobs don't have a follow range that big. That's enough of you guys. In fact, here, you're not on my team though. Can I just push you around the side of the building so you see it? There it goes. Dang it, I missed it. So he's over here attacking stuff. Keep up, dude. Don't stop. We need archers, but I can't set the archers to the team. I only put the GUI in the...
You've got one dude that's doing all the work.
Right. What am I doing?
Oh, so they're city workers.
Yeah, everybody else is just sitting around watching. Can you lasso them?
Oh yeah, you can. With leashes. If I could spell the word... Oh, it's lead, not leash. Oh, no, you can't. I changed them. They used to be, but then I changed their entity type, and you can't do it on this type.
You spelled like IKEA trying to type lead.
IKEA, did I?
Okay, don't miss this one.
Kill it. Kill it good. These guys are so slow at doing this. This is not good.
Playtesting required.
Right.
Right? This is why we test.
It is a town center, though, right? We want the town hall to be stronger. Boom.
Well, and I think it's okay if the game plays a little slow. Right now, at least.
I get what you're saying, but like their combat between each other is much faster paced, so like they would have been killed off.
That's cool. That's good.
Maybe there's something in their code slowing them down.
Yeah, it could be. Maybe they're having trouble pathfinding it to it or something.
Yeah, they immediately attack the red guys. So.
It's also very obvious when they're doing attacks because of that red flash on those guys.
Yep.
Knockback
Yep,
and all
yep.
that stuff. Okay, stream. I think that's it for tonight. I have something that I can obviously improve, but also make a GIF out of this. I want to put this on Discord for everyone that didn't see because it looks cool. Thank you everyone for stopping by. If you haven't already subscribed, make sure that you
subscribe now.
and I will catch you tomorrow. Bye.